Yes. We have quorum, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Harry Adams.
Here.
Brittany Branham.
Here.
Shane Bowman.
Here.
David Gearhart.
Here.
Rick Hughes.
Here.
Beatty Nunnery.
Here.
Josh Turner.
Here.
Don Lewis.
Here. All right, Jack, would you care to give us a invocation, please?
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to be here in the service of this community. Thank you for the opportunity to be here to serve with these others. Please give us the guidance, the strength, and the wisdom to do what is right for this community. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Please stand and face me. Say the allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright. Let's start with visitors. And we'll start with, who's going to be our spokesman for Rocky Ridge Stables?
I can. Alright, I was just going to give you guys a progress report for April. So far we've had about 100 riders, just open ride, come and have fun. We've had our first show. At the first show we've had approximately 200 people show up. Of course it's still early in the season, so we expect more on this coming show, which is on Saturday. We have our first trail ride scheduled. It's scheduled for May 17th through the 19th. So we'll be going over the trails and making sure everything is sufficient for those. We have installed security cameras up there, so we know what's going on when we're not there, which is very rare now because I'm here there most of the time. We've also got in contact with the local Girl Scout troop, and they will be coming up and doing a hands-on horsemanship type thing because they do have a badge that they can earn for that. So they're going to be coming up probably one day this week, maybe next week after school, and we're going to have a little clinic. We do have a kids camp scheduled. It is scheduled for June 24th through the 28th, and I will be having a flyer brought out for it. That way we can make sure all the kids in the area knows, what's going on. And we'd just like to thank you guys for giving us a chance to make a go of the place, put it that way.
Well, we appreciate what y'all doing up there. Council, any questions for me?
Well, you said you had 100 riders. Is that the trail riders come out? Did they ride the trail or just working?
Well, they
working
just
around?
work the reins more or less and work their horses.
There has been a couple.
There has been a couple that come and have ridden the trails.
The trail's pretty good shape right
As
now.
of right now, they are, yeah. They haven't had issue.
We just found out after yesterday, we got trees down, so we'll be working on that this week.
Little wind.
We also had a
Little
woman
wind.
come in the other day and tell me that she got out so far on the trail, and there was a guy met her and told her that that trail wasn't the city's, that it was a private property, she didn't be there anymore. She said she hadn't got off the trail. So I'm trying to find out, she's supposed to have some GPS coordinates for me, and I'm trying to find out.
If she's got those, that'd be a big help to us.
Trying to figure out where she was at or whatnot.
Okay.
We're trying to get all that squared away before the trail ride, that way we know what's what and what we need to do.
If I get my buddy bring his horse up, I'll ride it with you, I'll show y'all where the trail is, and that way you'll have definite marks. Bill? You got any comments from the public?
Not yet.
Okay. I like the way you said that. Approval of bills.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, need a second. Second. I have a second, all in favor? All opposed? I need approval of 318, 328, 44 minutes. I have a motion, need a second. All in favor? All opposed? Unfinished business.
might let everybody, we did a good thing on our auction site, that you did.
Yes.
Council did. Might let them know how we did.
We brought in, Sharon, do you remember off the top of your
No,
head?
where's
James
James?
at?
The total auction was like $95, $9,600.
Yeah.
For four
That was
bids.
just 4 items.
Well, 3 of them's been paid for, one of them, they never did pay for, so take 600 off, 6 something off that.
We're still 9,000.
Yeah, right about 9 grand.
Can you rebid it, or
Yeah,
Yes.
is there a
We
fee,
can.
or?
No,
No, they have the time.
I can roll it right back over.
Yeah. So we roll that back in.
The next
And
one
we've
will
got,
start,
actually, we're declaring more surplus property here, it looks like.
Well, that's a good deal, because being in the business, that you got, did well.
Oh, for what we got, some of those, I was surprised. And we had people come out and look at it, and went right back and started bidding, so it worked out well for us. All right, new business, we have first reading of ordinance number 03-2019. This is our pay scale.
An ordinance of the city of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, by which the city establishes job classifications and compensation scales for elected officers, appointed officials, and employees for fiscal year 2019-2020.
There will be no vote, as it's the first reading. Declare surplus property. The one that we were going to declare today, unless I'm mistaken, is the building on top of the hill. It's the old building that came from Tackett Furniture.
Yep.
It's been sitting up there just rotting away. Now, you can't rot away, it's rusting away. And apparently, we have everything it takes to put that building back up, except for the metal on the outside. We can either, hey, we can surplus it and we can salvage it ourselves. But we're gonna have to get a long trailer built, get it over there and get it weighed in. Or we can auction it off if somebody wants to buy it, just like we have in everything else. My suggestion is we do that. Ronnie's got your specs on it and everything else. Somebody may want to try to put a building up there. So I just need an amen on declaring surplus property.
Amen.
No, we did that one, the one up here, that's the one that we bought, 2014 or something. That one's up here, we've already got it approved for surplus. This is the one that's sitting up there, when you first go in the living room, there's a bunch of metal just lying around here.
It's approximately 100 by 200.
It's, I think that's what it is, 100 by 200 with 22 foot high in the middle.
Yeah.
Is that the turf, the Astroturf?
No.
No,
Storage?
we're ready
That was a
done all that,
different
yeah.
Okay.
This is a totally other metal building frame that we have.
We got to do a motion for that.
I need a motion. I have a motion, need a second. I have a second, all in favor? All opposed. Other new business? Yes.
No, it's a resolution.
There's a resolution. We have a resolution.
Is it? I don't have
Yes, you do.
it. I know. Oh, approve, resolution number 03-2019.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Oh, yeah, this is a resolution adopting and approving the execution of the municipal aid co-op program. Contract between the Incorporated City and the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Academy. Department of Rural and Municipal Aid for fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2019, as provided in the Kentucky Revised Statutes, and accepting all streets referred to therein as being streets which are part of the Incorporated City. This is one we have to renew every year. It's funding that we get, and basically what it is, it's money that's set aside by the state to come to cities, and they determine your projects that they pick. We send them a list of projects, they pick what they want out of it and do it. I will need a motion to approve the resolution. Have a motion and a second. Have a second, all in favor? All opposed?
Mondays are good.
Any other new business before the council?
I'd like to talk about Big Branch. I've been over there several times here recently, and the lady who has blocked us for years from Tennessee, or that property, I've noticed it's been logged. That property is slipping into erosion. What can we do to correct that situation?
We can condemn that property, but there's a problem. Big Sandy RACC has a right-of-way that goes right down the top of that hill.
All right,
So they're about,
not even condemning it. If they logged it, And that roadway is slipping, I mean, that hillside is slipping in their roadway, then the logging and that family must pay for the correction. Not us, we wouldn't have to go condemn it, because it's something they've done, this happened the past 2 or 3 years.
If we were to, we have to file suit on them to be able to do that. We have to
I think we need to
prove,
look at avenues,
we have to
it's
prove-
in that roadway.
this is the deal though, we have to prove that logging created that problem. They didn't log down that right of way of the Big Sandy RCC, so we may struggle getting that proved in court.
All right, somebody logged, they took logs off of that hillside,
Yes.
and that hillside is slipping into the roadway. We need to check on that, because that is our best avenue. We've been at this for 20 years now, trying to figure out how to get this lady.
We'll check into it, this is where we're at on that though. There's a lot of room between the edge of that hill and where they log. For us to have to prove that they created that problem is gonna be expensive.
It's gonna have to be corrected. one
Is
way
the
or
slip
another.
right in the right of way? Right of way?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
below
it's
that.
below it.
Okay.
You got the
It's
hillside, you
literally
got
on
the
the
roadway, you got the
roadway.
hillside, and then you got the right of way.
It's literally on the roadway, that whole, except in front of the church. Back this side of the little driveway up to the church, for about 50 yards, it's literally on the roadway.
It's interfering with the road right away.
Yes. I mean, if you drive up through there, you'll see it's actually on the roadway, sitting on our asphalt.
Does this slippage provide, or is this slippage a threat to public people, or public byway people trying to get by?
According to several of them up there, they need canoes at times.
The other option is to remedy it, bill her, and let her subrogate against who she needs to.
Yeah,
That's an option.
that's not, we need to come up with some options, we need to do
I
it.
mean, if it's impeding our
We're getting ready-
roadway, it's our right to
We're
remedy
getting ready
it.
to enter into another rainy season, and these people.
I've been working on that for about 3 years now.
And she's very difficult from the people that I've spoken with up there.
The issue is not whether she affords us to be able to take that off where she sells it to us, but the right of way from Big Sandy RCC, we're gonna have to pay to have those, if we buy it, we're gonna have to pay to have those
Well,
lines.
We're not talking about buying it, we're talking about fixing the problems that's been created by their roadways, by their hillside slipping onto our roadway.
Just know though that you bill her, and then you may end up in court trying to get your money back, and I agree. Take action at some point.
Yeah,
But it,
Until we can cut that road back about 8 feet,
that's what it needs.
there's nothing we can do. Now, that cuts into the right of way from Big Sandy RCC.
You know, you have a lawyer on there, they're gonna go back to God. Cause the rain. That's always your first defense.
Yeah.
It's no reclamation defense.
Well, what I'm saying is, for us to prove that logging caused that, they didn't log down near that, they logged way up on the hill.
I understand that.
That's gonna be a struggle.
We're gonna have to find a way to fix this, because it's, again, it's impeding the roadway that we afford the people who live up there.
my point being, don't take we don't have to prove anything right now. That property's on the roadway, remedy it, know that it might be tough getting our money back.
Sounds like we're gonna have to take action with it.
Yeah.
Well, somewhere or another, we're gonna have to do something, it's how do we do it?
But I don't think you take her case, you just bill her and let her be the one to say it wasn't her fault.
Either way, it's gotta be remedied.
Gotta move some dirt.
I mean, when you eminent domain, do you have to do the whole piece of property, or can you piece point the property? Because
No, we just take what we need, we just take what we need in that domain, but again, you're going into a right of way that you're taking from Big Sandy RCC, you're going to move Big Sandy RCC up on hill, we're gonna have to pay for it, they're not gonna pay for it.
Well, if that dirt moves 5 more feet, what you got?
If it was come off our 5 more feet, it's in their right of way, but it's not our problem, we'll clear it out, and give us plenty of room to operate. We need 8 feet right there.
I can't see how we sit here with it sitting on the roadway. And it's literally sitting on the roadway.
I guess the same way the state does that,
1428.
I'm gonna say that, if you actually look at that, our roadway's on their property right now. Our asphalt is on their property right now.
We need to search for a remedy for this huge.
I've been working on it for about 3 years, I promise you. I've
Again,
tried
it's
just
been
about
something that's
everything.
been done for 20 years, and this lady is not helping us. She could care less, she lives in Tennessee.
All right, I'll look at other options, but again. I'll look at that option. All right, any other new business? We just got we were contacted from Piper Medical Center at 3:30 today. Actually, probably closer to 4:15, 4:30. We probably need to go into executive session to. I have a motion for executive session. Second, all in favor? All opposed?
Give the
I'm
KRS.
going in under KRS 61.810, subsection 1, subsection B, and subsection 1, subsection A.
Next thing you have a
Good. I need a motion to come out of executive session. I have a motion in a second. Have a second, all in favor? All opposed? Is there a motion coming out of executive session?
I'll make a motion that we allow,
Allow me to execute.
and their council to execute a verbal amendment to the current contract that we have issued with Piper Medical Center.
Ultimately, a written amendment.
And ultimately,
And ultimately, the
upon terms we discussed,
terms we discussed.
and I have a motion, and I need a second. Discussion? There being no discussion, all in favor? All opposed? Does anyone have anything else they want to bring before the council today? Bill, you made a comment out there in the hall a minute ago that I think the council would appreciate here too.
I was telling Mayor that y'all done a heck of a job, he especially is front man, of bringing this Piper Medical Center to Prestonsburg. And up there in the town needs the business. The town itself needs the business. Highland's never been a help to Prestonsburg. Maybe we'll get some relief and help now from hospital.
It's truly enjoyable to have somebody want to be part of our.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to. I sure do. Alice never did want to. Well, we appreciate that comment. Any other comments? I need that motion, Harry. Motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn, need a second. Have a second, all in favor? All opposed? Thank y'all for coming out.